Welcome back to Rekt Radio, the show that looks at a flat market and sees a launchpad being meticulously prepared for a trip to the moon. I'm Sunny, and folks, quiet moments are when the real work gets done.
And I'm Cole, here to remind you that a flat line on a heart monitor is also a quiet moment. Sunny, what you call a launch pad looks more like a parking lot where the bulls have run out of gas. Let's get into the news before someone calls a tow truck.
It's not out of gas, Cole. It's refueling. And speaking of the old guard running out of gas, we have to talk about the biggest headline of the week for me. Jamie Dimon, the CEO of JP Morgan, is finally starting to get it.
Oh, is this the part where the crypto world's arch nemesis has a sudden change of heart and embraces the revolution? I find that hard to believe. What did he say now? That Bitcoin is only a little bit of a pet rock?
Close. He's still a Bitcoin skeptic, but he came out with a full-throated endorsement of stablecoins. He said, and I'm paraphrasing here, that stablecoins can do things traditional cash simply can't. This is huge. This isn't some grudging admission. It's a recognition of superior technology from the king of traditional finance. This is the ultimate Trojan horse for adoption. He might not like Bitcoin, but he's building the stables for the horses that will carry the entire crypto ecosystem into the mainstream.
A Trojan horse? It sounds more like he's building a new wing on the castle to make sure no one ever has to leave its walls. Let's be very clear about what happened. He didn't embrace crypto. He praised a specific tool that big banks can potentially control. He's drawing a line in the sand, telling everyone that blockchain and stablecoins are okay, but only the versions that look and feel like the existing financial system. He still thinks the core asset, the one that started it all, is worthless. This isn't a victory, Sonny. It's an attempt to co-opt the technology while killing the philosophy.
But he's doing it because of customer demand. He explicitly said this isn't about what JP Morgan wants, but what their clients want. That's the real story. The demand for digital assets is so overwhelming that even the biggest skeptic in the world can't ignore it anymore. JP Morgan just did a deal with Coinbase to let their customers link accounts and buy crypto directly. They have to participate or they'll become obsolete. Dimon isn't leading a charge. He's running to catch up to a parade that's already miles down the road. He's building the on-ramps because his customers are threatening to find a different highway.
He's building a toll road, and he's going to make sure it only leads to places he owns. You're celebrating the fact that a fox who has repeatedly stated his hatred for chickens has just announced plans to build a safer, more efficient henhouse. It's a strategy, not a conversion. He creates a narrative where bank-approved stablecoins are legitimate while truly decentralized assets like Bitcoin are for criminals. He's actively trying to frame the debate so that when regulators step in, they bless the centralized corporate versions of crypto and crush the rest. He's not just running to catch up, he's trying to steer the parade right off a cliff.
I think you're missing the long game here. First, people get used to using a JP Morgan blessed stablecoin. They see the speed, the efficiency, then they get curious. What else can this blockchain thing do? They start on the kiddie slope that Jamie Dimon built for them, and before you know it, they're looking up at the black diamond run, which is Bitcoin, and they're ready to try it. He's unintentionally teaching millions of people the basics. It's a beautiful, ironic stepping stone toward the very thing he fears.
It's a stepping stone into a cage. He wants to keep the technology, but discard the freedom. It's like loving the idea of email, but insisting it can only be used to send messages between two people in the same building. He's gutting the entire purpose of the invention. This distinction he's making between good stablecoins and bad Bitcoin is the most dangerous narrative in the space right now. It gives institutional players and governments the perfect excuse to embrace surveillance and control under the banner of innovation. It's a calculated move to defang the revolution.
I think the revolution is too strong to be defanged. But I know what really matters. While the suits are debating semantics, the market is telling the real story. And that brings us to the king itself, Bitcoin. I have the technicals from TradingView pulled up for the one-day chart, and it's fascinating.
Fascinating. The price has been moving sideways for what feels like an eternity. Is fascinating the new word for boring? Let me guess, your favorite lagging indicators are telling you we're about to go to $1 million.
No, it's even better than that. The overall summary is neutral. The oscillators, which measure momentum, are neutral. And the moving averages, which measure the trend, are also neutral. Everything is perfectly, totally, and completely neutral.
And you're saying this is a good thing? Sonny, the patient has flatlined. Neutral across the board is a sign of profound and terrifying market apathy. It means the bulls have no more money to push the price up, and the bears can't even be bothered to short it. The game is paused because all the players have gotten bored and gone home. This isn't a coiled spring, it's a ghost town. This is the calm after the storm has passed and knocked everything down.
You are looking at this all wrong. This is the single most bullish setup for a sustainable rally. Think about it. We're not overbought, so there's no speculative froth to blow off. We're not oversold, so there's no panic in the air. We're not in a raging buy trend, which would mean we're late to the party. And we're not in a sell trend, which would mean we're in trouble. We are at a perfect point of equilibrium. This is the market building a massive, solid, concrete foundation at a very high price level. This is institutional accumulation. This is smart money absorbing every single coin that weak hands are willing to sell without spooking the market. It's a controlled, silent loading zone before the next historic leg up.
It is the definition of a distribution phase. The smart money already bought low and sold high. Now they're distributing their last remaining bags to the hopefuls who think this plateau is a launchpad. Neutral doesn't mean stable, it means stalled. The upward momentum that got us here is dead. The trend following indicators have caught up to the flat price, and the momentum indicators show there's no new energy coming in. We are coasting on fumes, completely motionless. And what happens to a heavy object that has lost all its upward momentum? It doesn't just hang in the air forever, Sonny. It falls. This is the moment of maximum danger, the eerie silence before the floor gives out completely.
That's all for this episode of Rekt Radio. I see the world's most powerful bankers being forced to adopt our technology, and the world's most important asset building a foundation of steel. Don't mistake quiet for weakness. Stay bullish.
I see the world's most powerful bankers trying to turn our revolution into a new product they can control, and the world's most important asset showing a terrifying lack of conviction. Don't mistake a plateau for a bottom. You've been listening to Rekt Radio.